start this vlog. Let me keep it like this. So I had uploaded I quit my full-time job a few months ago, and uske baad a lot of you, actually not a lot of you, just 2-3 people reached out to me on LinkedIn. And yes, I have a LinkedIn account, just in case you guys want to follow my journey professionally. I will put it in the description and the comment section below, and you can click on it and follow me and probably connect with me if you want to. So after I uploaded that I quit my job on a video, a few of you reached out to me on LinkedIn and even in the comment section about how you are also feeling burnt out and want to take a break from the job that you're currently doing, or even freshers who want to start in freelancing and then eventually see if they want to work full time or not. Now, before I start the whole vlog and glamorize, if you think I am glamorizing the fact that a full-time job is not good and freelance is the best way to go about things, you should know that I took this decision after working full-time for 5-6 years. It's not that I started with just being self-employed or freelancing and earning and just taking a break ऐसे अचानक से. Why I did not do that was because again I like to not depend a lot on my parents. Of course I am dependent on them in a few ways, and I acknowledge that privilege, but mostly I just like to be sure about everything that I do. Yeah, mostly I just like to be very, very sure of what I want to do, and that's why I like to try everything, explore everything. So especially like when I was 21, 22, 23, मुझे ऐसा लगता था सब कुछ explore कर लो. Whether it's digital marketing, it's data. Even digital marketing has a lot of different departments and fields. So I wanted to try all the skill sets, try to learn all the skill sets possible. Not everything, but some of those things. And I tried working in personal branding. I tried working for food and beverage industry. I mean tried working in food and beverage industry. I tried to work with different industries before I took a decision that I really want to start working in this particular field or not. And if I want to work full time or not, that was a separate decision. So when I had worked for 4-5 years and I really enjoyed my time working full time, it's just मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि यार मुझे ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है. I want to learn this, I want to try this, I want to creatively try this. And whenever you're working full time, maybe I might have to just go back to it if this doesn't work out for me. But whenever you work full time, you're always reporting to a manager, and I have been lucky enough to have good managers. But what I've realized what I've realized is that in order to learn and give your best, you need to have some creative freedom, and that only comes when you get to choose what you're working on and when you get to use your skills for that particular project or that particular brand. So while I had a lot to learn from my manager after working for 5-6 years, मुझे ऐसा realize हुआ कि when you're young and fresh out of college, you realize okay, this is something that I want to learn and इसके लिए मुझे एक mentor चाहिए. तब मज़ा आता है सीखने में. But when you grow up and you work for what is wrong with me? Why can't I speak? Maybe I'm just frustrated with the noise in the background. I hope the mic is working. Anyway, so when you work for 4-5 years or 6 years or whatever time that you've spent working full time, you just realize कि starting में there's a lot to learn, but eventually like when it comes to using your own experience that you've gained over the last few years, बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल होता है to be able to do that. And it doesn't mean that I don't like working in a team. It doesn't mean that I have not had the best teams ever. Personally, I can't comment if I've had the best experience when it comes to just making new friends and so on. But like professionally, I can claim कि at least 3.5-4 out of my 5 full-time jobs that I've done, I have been very, very lucky with great teams. It doesn't mean we did not have conflicts. It just means that it was respectful. They were brilliant people with brilliant mindsets, and trust me, last 3 साल में तो I've worked with people younger than me, and I have worked for them and I worked with them, and they have worked with me and for me as well. So before I conclude all of this, I have this habit of like stretching the conversation because I love talking to the camera. I mean, I love talking to you guys, but you should know that I've worked enough. I have worked for years to come to this decision that I want to be self-employed, and this is also not permanent. You never know what the future holds, and you never know if things will work out for me or not. And just getting inspired by me and just letting go of every full-time role that you are currently in, or just a full-time internship that you want to convert into full-time job only because I've uploaded this video would be stupid and foolish. Don't do that. Take your time, take your decisions based on your gut feeling and your experience, not according to what a YouTuber says. What a YouTuber, okay? I claim myself to be a YouTuber now. No, what someone says on YouTube. And yeah, I just want to share this experience because firstly, like, I want to document to see how I plan my whole day and how the whole day goes when I'm currently working and what I'm working in. And secondly, I just wanted you guys to know that everything has pros and cons, and while I'm working in this role, there are some pros and some cons that I get to experience, and I want you to experience it with me as well. This is going to be a very 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 raw vlog because I honestly just woke up 1.5-2 घंटे पहले, और उसके बाद फिर मैंने बैठ के अपना उठ के चाय पी, नहाया धोया, एंड आई जस्ट थॉट कि वीडियो बना लेते हैं. देन आई रियलाइज दैट देयर इज दिस amazing construction work going on since decades. I'm just exaggerating, since 2 years at least. And if that leads to a very bad quality in my vlog, which has been the case for a few videos earlier, then I'll be really frustrated and then I'll never upload this vlog. But then I realized that life is like that. I don't know how a lot of vlogs that I watch are like ekdam clear, the aesthetics are on point, the audio is on point, but somehow in my life nothing ever goes ekdam seedha. कुछ ना कुछ खराब होना ही होता है, and I am not pitying myself. I'm just saying कि that is life. This is life. Life is going to be messed up, so do the best with whatever you have. So I'm just going to start the vlog, and the disclaimer is don't take your decision based on my experience. This is just for you to see what I do in my day after I've quit my full-time job. And before starting the vlog, I am currently working in a freelance role. I haven't fully registered my agency. I've started onboarding clients, and I will talk about that in detail during the vlog. It's been 2 years and they haven't still finished constructing it. Can you believe it? एक ही घर से हर बार तब आवाज़ आती है जब मैं रिकॉर्ड करती हूँ. Never mind. So if you guys can see this, these are a few pictures of my mom and my sister, some people who are really important to me, my family. And this one I got from Pondicherry last year, I think, when I took my mom and my sister for a trip. So just to start with, ये वाला area I shot for my previous video about moving on. If you haven't watched it, please do. Back to this table. This is an old table that you can see from my previous videos. I think this is 3-4 years old that I bought from Banjara, and that's the mic my sister uses. I don't use a mic for any of my videos. I mean, I don't use this mic for any of my videos. So this is my sister's mic. She uses it to record her songs and she likes to sing. So that's for her, but we keep it here. And then a few frames that I need to fill. ये मैंने box से fresh निकाले, and then I just put it here for the heck of it, because this rooms feel very empty. The table was for 600 rupees and the vase was for 50 rupees, and all the kachra that is there in the Diwali gifts, I've put it here. This is the pin board, if that's what you call it. Usually you put it on the wall and then you can stick your sticky notes and anything that you want to pin. I can't use it because I haven't put any nails, so when I do that I will put it up on the wall. Abhi ke liye I've just kept it here. And then comes my office. This is the old table. You can see it's old, so I'm not going to talk much about it. That's the diary where I write shit that I want to do. And this is my laptop, and इस पे जो भी stickers हैं, 1 second, इस पे जो भी stickers हैं are all the stickers that I got from Rocket Health, which is an amazing platform for mental health. If you haven't checked it yet, you should. If you want to start taking therapy, it's affordable and nice. I worked for them for a while and they were kind enough to give me these cute stickers. But again, उसके बाद these are all the things that I've gotten as gifts. Left में there's a bouquet that I stole from my brother. बीच में that drawing or sketch you can see that was actually a media and publishing क्या बोलते हैं उसको event that I went to last year, which I had uploaded on YouTube, I think. So it's from that, and yeah, basically they made a portrait of me and asked me what I like to do a lot. So I told them that I like playing football, and they sketched me with a football. And those small vases are a gift, Diwali gift from my colleague in my last company. Again, I am a very stingy person. I don't like to spend, so nothing here is new. Everything is either gifted or old. Okay, coming back to what I have here. ये एक छोटा सा cupboard है. Again, this was guest room, so I had to throw everything that mom has stored, like all the blankets and everything. Again, these are all the things that I've collected from the companies that I've worked with. They were kind enough to give me cute gifts, so I've stored them as souvenirs. मैं कभी use नहीं करती. If I show you, like I have the diaries, even Ankur वाले how to YouTube वाले diaries, bottles वगैरह सब रखा रहता है, because I like to store things rather than just use them. I don't know if you do the same. And these are all the books I've read. Wimpy Kids में मेरी बहन की है, but मैंने भी mostly पढ़ी हुई है in school. And then this is the Ankur ka YouTube button, gold button. When I was working with him, he had crossed 1 million, so he gave that to the whole team. And these are some mugs from Zomato, Reposo, all the companies that I worked with or interned with. And these are some more gifts. And my new laptop ka dabba. That is an award that I got from Ankur for I don't remember, पता नहीं. हम ऐसे random awards करते रहते थे हर साल, तो उससे related कुछ था. So these are just some random things, and that's about it. And that laptop I purchased it on EMI 6 months ago, और मेरा बैंक अकाउंट खाली हो चुका है. But मैंने दिखाया नहीं, because again मैं नहीं influence करना चाहती सबको एक MacBook खरीदने के लिए, unless and until you can actually spend the money on it and not go broke, which I have. And secondly, just because some people just buy it even when they don't need it, and मैंने realize किया कि मैंने already I have influenced a lot of young people who watch my videos to buy things that they don't need. I used to do a lot of hauls before, so I've tried to not influence people into buying things just because I am buying them, unless and until they need it. हाँ, तो बस इतना ही है. And again, यहाँ पे I put my laptop. That I used to sit in my dad's office, especially हम ज़्यादा नहीं जाते थे, but दिवाली पे जब जाते थे, and I used to find ऐसे random notebooks जो पड़ी होती थी. ये तो random नहीं है, बहुत cute है. I bought this one last year, और मैंने literally इस पे 4 pages भरे थे जो मैंने फाड़ दिया. मैंने फिर से लिखना शुरू किया. पर this one is for my personal use and professional. मतलब अपने freelance projects के लिए I use a separate notebook, and I use Notion, and I use this notebook बिकॉज मेरे को इमीडिएटली कुछ देखना होता है. नोशन की 15-20 वीडियोज अगर साथ में प्लान करने हैं, विच आई स्टार्टेड. पहले आई यूज टू शूट एवरी वीडियो spontaneously. I still do that most of the time, not lying, but most of the time. But now I've also started shooting a lot of videos in advance. I mean, not shooting, planning. Shoot तो I do 1 week before only, because अभी भी I'm shooting on 30th November, and I think this video will go up day after tomorrow, मतलब Saturday or Sunday में से एक दिन. So it's not that I'm planning too much in advance and doing everything according to the timelines. But I used to, as a kid, even in my dad's office, he used to have those stamps. तो मैं वो स्टैम्प मारती रहती थी. और जो मैं नाना नानी के पास रहती थी when I was like 6-7 years old, I used to take a random pen नहीं, मतलब I used to take a pen and some random pile of pages and notebooks, and I used to sign like मैं ऐसे बहुत बड़ी कोई CEO किसी कंपनी की, and I didn't even know what a CEO was back then. Very delulu. That's a Gen Z term I've learned. Delusion को delulu बोलते हैं लोग. And I'm trying to fit in more to be able to like by my sister-in-law, who's 15 and is from the Generation Z. Wow, I said Generation Z. Never mind. ओ बाय द वे मैंने हेयर कट कराया बट अगेन बहुत ही बुरा लग रहा है तो मैं बात के रखने वाली. सो या कमिंग बैक टू आई वांटेड टू टॉक अबाउट फ्यू थिंग्स जो मैंने डायरी के अंदर लिखे थे. या सो स्टार्टिंग विद द प्रोजेक्ट्स दैट आई हैव पिक्ड. When you start freelance, and this is the reality coming from someone who has experience for 5-6 years, freelance is very difficult. मैंने बहुत सारे LinkedIn पे posts पढ़े थे and I used to believe like as soon as I leave my full-time career, I will be getting a lot of projects from a lot of good brands and I will be earning a lot of money and I will have the time to do multiple projects at the time, but it is a lie. Just to even start with, I know how difficult it was for me in the first month itself to get projects, and I know people even spend more time than that to get projects. मुझे एक्चुअली 1 महीना भी नहीं, 1 महीने से ज़्यादा ही लगा है. 1 महीना तो बहुत कम बोल रही हूँ मैं. I have started creating content on LinkedIn. That's one way to get inbound leads. If you know what those are, inbound leads are basically when people reach out to you for the projects that they want to work with you on or collaborate with you. So that, and then उसके बाद outreach करना होता है. Me being a very lazy person and me I don't have ego, but I feel like I'm too shy to ask people for work because I'm a person who is also too shy to ask for favors. So I know कि it's very hard for me to do outreach. So I haven't really started doing it. I have messaged over 50 people and emailed over 10-15 people in the last few months, but other than that I haven't really done outreach. And outreach mein, as far as I know, as many videos I've watched on YouTube and followed people on LinkedIn, I know a lot of people do it on a daily basis, cold emailing वगैरह. It's not my thing. Ankur will kill me for saying that, but yeah, I don't like doing cold emails. It doesn't mean that I will never do it. I will learn to do it because कुछ भी expand करने के लिए you need to reach out to people and you need to cold email people. It's not me. It doesn't feel like me. तो मैं से I just can't get out of my comfort zone. ऐसे leaving a full-time job suddenly, reaching out to people. Those are just a lot of changes. If you watch Big Bang Theory, you would know that it's really hard for some people to just go through changes, and I relate to Sheldon a lot because वो भी बहुत overwhelmed हो जाता है and then he tries to avoid those changes in his own ways, and I think I relate to him at some extent. Now I'm kind of used to changes, but again, changes are very hard for me. Overall, what I'm trying to say is it's very very hard to get new projects when it comes to freelance. And again, मैंने बोला था in my last I quit my full-time job video that I will not put any pressure. This is a break. I will try everything that I want to try. I wanted to try freelance, so I'm trying that without a full-time job. So actively just doing freelancing. And if I get enough projects, I will register my agency. If not, then I'll go back to a full-time job 6 months later. And no pressure to work for brands that I'm not really looking forward to work with. I have had the privilege to say no to a few brands, very very few. मुझे आए few हैं तो उसमें से no बोलना. एक काम करते हैं, दुनिया में सारे लोगों को साथ में कंस्ट्रक्शन करने देते हैं, ड्राइव करने देते हैं, और जब पूरा शो खत्म हो जाएगा that's when I'll sit and record this video. So what I was saying was that number one is it's very hard to get projects. So I would say I created posts LinkedIn पे पहले because I really liked creating them ऐसे randomly. कभी हफ्ते में एक बार या once in 3 weeks I would create a post. What I've realized is that was good for me when I had a full-time job and a stable income. I have to create more content even if it is going out of my comfort zone. I should be creating content on LinkedIn even if it's going out of my comfort zone and posting thrice a week. I'm not trying to say post every day or post thrice a week. What I'm trying to say is just try to create content, go out of your comfort zone, even if it's one post a week. Just do it consistently. That's what I've learned from other people who are doing it and doing it way better than I am. So it's not from my own experience. This is what I am learning. And उसके अलावा after you get projects, if you are lucky enough to get projects in the first 3 months, because it makes you anxious. If you're a very anxious person, it's very hard to not think about getting projects and retaining clients in the long term. I just hope none of my client is watching this video, but I mean it's okay if they are. They know me, but it's like I'm a very anxious person, so I keep thinking, ki, oh, if I get this client, would I be able to retain this client in the long term? Will they like my work? But you can't really judge basis on when you onboard them. You have to work with them and you see where it goes. Just like a full-time job, you can be thrown out of a full-time job as well if you don't align with what the founders or the people that you're working with want from you. So overall, just know if you have enough projects, which project to say yes to and no to. That doesn't depend on which is, like, for me it doesn't depend on how much money I'm getting from these projects. It's more of मुझे क्या काम करने में मजा आएगा, because after a few months I now have the privilege to say that yes, I am lucky enough to have enough projects where I can decide if I want to work with this brand or not. I don't think I have a lot of gyan to share at this point. I've just started. I won't even say it's a business because I'm just making close to what I was making in a full-time salary right now. Not even close. Some, like, I don't know how long I'm going to work with these clients. So some days, some months it will be like lower than that. Some days or months it will be higher than that. So I can't really comment. I've just started. This is not a full-time business. This is not even a business at this point. It's just me earning income without having a full-time job. So it is possible. Me being a very low self-esteem person, a person full of self-doubt, I can assure you that you will get work, because starting I was crying a lot. I was just lucky enough to have friends who were there to assure ki they were able to console me that Vesh, you're fine, you'll be able to do it, you worked hard enough for so many years. So you need those people in your life and you need to have patience. Patience के बिना तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला life में. Patience के साथ भी कुछ नहीं होता, but patience के बिना you will just lose it. So yeah, that's all the gyan that I had for freelance. Talking about number one pro of working in freelance slash being self-employed slash having a business that can run from anywhere, like you can work from anywhere. The biggest pro is that you can work in your own timelines as long as you're someone who's professional, someone who delivers quality work. It doesn't matter what timelines you're following in terms of like the deadlines remain the same, but when you work and how you work is not decided by your client, because that client is not directly someone that you're reporting to. You're basically delivering them the end product, or maybe the first draft until the end product, and that's actually really nice because you can wake up whenever you want. You can sleep whenever you want. If you like to work at night and finish the work and deliver it to the client in the morning, that works. And if you want to work in the morning, like early, wake up early morning and wake up early morning and finish work. And if you're someone who likes to sleep early and wake up early, so you can finish your work early morning and deliver it to the client. Again, it depends on client to client, but overall, you can work according to your timelines and communicate according to what works for the client. And even there, you don't have to follow a particular channel. So number two pro would be that because you're not going to a regular office, you can dress up however you want to. If you're someone who's as lazy as I am, it's a pro. If you like dressing up every day, then it's a con. But I am very lazy and I don't like to dress up, so I like to believe that I like dressing up, which is very rarely I like dressing up because I'm very, very lazy. But whenever I like dressing up, I go out. But mostly I just like to stay at home and work and do my own thing. So I don't usually dress up a lot in general. So that's a pro for me. I can wake up and start working. It's unhealthy for people who like following a routine. Especially when you have a lot of videos on how to have a morning routine. Even I have posted one in 2020. 2020 it was a lot of fun to have a routine because I had a lot of time and very less work. I was only working with Ankur and I had college. Technically, I should have had a lot of work. but yeah, I had lesser work and I could have a routine. Now I have more work relatively, and the world is back to normal again. Please, as much as I was in 2020, even though COVID tha, so most things were messed up. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point, but it's just that I do not have a routine. I can wake up and start working. I can choose to work whenever and however I want to. I don't need to dress up and start working. I wore earrings and cardigan just for the heck of it, and some days I do that. Some days I'm like still wearing a sweatshirt and working. It depends on my mood. But this is the most raw and realistic I can get. Like, this is exactly how I work on most of the days that I work from home. I only work from home. Gurgaon mein aake I'm not working from cafes because Gurgaon cafes are more expensive, and we can have a debate on this, but more expensive than Bangalore and more crowded. And again, I'm more anxious in Gurgaon than I am in Bangalore. So please ignore the background noise. That's the pro one. Work however you want to. It's very flexible compared to a full-time job. Work according to your own timelines, communicate according to your timelines, and you're not disturbed usually. Like, ऐसा नहीं होता कि तुम्हें immediately email का reply करना है, जैसे तुम्हारे ऊपर कोई बॉस है और तुम्हें बता रहा है अभी के अभी रिप्लाई करो वरना दुनिया ख़त्म हो जाएगी. ऐसे कुछ अर्जेंट नहीं होता. Until and unless it's really urgent, you can always call, like you can get a call from the client and they can tell you कि I need this ASAP. But clients are much, I think clients के साथ the relationship, if you respect each other's work and timelines and deadlines, the relationship is much more flexible and nicer compared to a full-time job, because full-time job में there is someone who's keeping a track. It's unhealthy, but this is how it works. There is someone who's keeping a track of 10 to 12 hours of your day. I'm not saying 9 to 5 hota hai, seriously nahi hota, but 10 to 12 hours of your day. And more than being productive, you try to look busy, which is awful, because you want to work actually on things that make sense, not on showing that you're busy more than actually being productive. And being busy and productive are completely different things. So that's one pro. And the other pro, one pro slash con, this is a con for me, but this might be a pro for some people. I usually am working in isolation. I'm not meeting people unless and until I'm meeting them virtually for my work, but then again, it's a professional meeting. I get to have my chai all by myself. If I choose to, like for some of you who are working from home, and if they have time to spend with family, they can go spend time with family. But people who are living alone and working from home, or self-employed, or running a business all by their own without a co-founder, and I'm saying business, freelance separately, because these are mutually exclusive. When it comes to business or even doing the same work that you're doing in freelance, you have to register your agency, you have to file for taxes, you still have to give taxes as a freelancer. It's just तुम्हें GST भरना पड़ता है as a business. So, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I've just started, तो मैंने अभी तक taxes भरे नहीं हैं. But हाँ, there is a huge difference between running a business and being a freelancer, even though as a freelancer you're self-employed. So yes, coming back to con, you get to have your coffee or chai all by yourself. I like spending time with people who I was working with while having chai. I think you guys have seen it in my previous vlog, Dukaan Wala vlog, if you've seen it. But I like spending time gossiping, healthy gossip of course, and just drinking my chai. And I don't get to do that anymore. I just sit by myself in the office slash room, and maybe some days on the terrace like this, and some days with my family, and have chai, and that isolates. I think if you ever choose to do something of your own, you have to be ready for not being as social as you used to be. And humans need to be social. Humans thrive on social relationships. So if I have to have my chai alone, it sort of makes me feel sad. Even if I like the peace that I have, it is a sad thing for me. Yeah, I always have this noise to give me company. The second one would be unstable income. Some months, if you've just started, it'll be hard to get income initially, so there'll be very low income. Then eventually, if it grows and peaks, you'll have very high income, and some months you will have very, very low income again. So there's no stability in terms of income and in terms of even having work. So you have to constantly work on getting more work, which is very, very hard. And I don't think there's any other con. I think I've just started. So if you guys have been freelancing for some time, give me some tips, tell me how it works. I'm not making this vlog to give you any advice because I am nobody to do that. I'm not even there yet to share any information or tips or advice. This is just an overall this is just how my day looks like after quitting a full-time job and trying to take a break. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you liked the vlog slash video. This is exactly how my day looks like. And if you have anything to share with me in terms of what you're doing at work and how your journey is, I would love to know that in the comment section. I think I've gotten more comfortable with the camera. I'm kind of proud of myself. But itna hi hai. I hope you guys are taking care of your mental health. I am. I'm doing much better at taking care of my mental health compared to how I used to do it earlier. And that doesn't mean my life has changed. It's just I'm getting better at taking care of it. And that's about it, because I don't want you to be as frustrated as I am because of the background noise. I will say goodbye and finish my chai and get back to work, have my lunch, play with my dog, watch Big Bang Theory and go to sleep. That's about it. Okay, bye.